everybody. It's quite early. We are just getting set up. We have two big projects going on today. First one will be this patio. Make my way around back here. So we're going to traction mat right over the corner of their driveway through the grass, trying to stay off the neighbor's property. These lots are kind of tight here. So through this double gate. Sometimes we're going to prop these open. There we go. So back here, we're doing a big patio from the egress window to the edge of the fence. Out 15 feet, two big broken stone face steps. We're going to put this all together. So this is the before. And I'll give you an after. And a couple little steps along the way. So we'll go ahead and get this all set up. Talk to you real soon. Okay, so I just pulled all the topsoil back. I have a nice pile here. We ran 2x10s. We were looking at doing 2 steps, but we were way too high. So we dropped it and added a step up here. Thanks, Ryan. Now we're going to do 3 pyramided steps up here. We'll put that together and then I'll talk about it a little bit. Here is the top of our first step. Not this mark, but this mark right here. So out 12 inches, down, this gets bigger, and then one more time. It'll make more sense when I have it together. Okay, steps are coming together good. We're getting our sides on. Our top one's done. I have everything laid out on this house. You'll see bottom needs to go out a bump right there. Right beside me. So the steps get bigger on the sides as well as the front. 12 inch, 12 inch, 12 inch, 12 inch, 12 inch clear. Okay, so what keeps these from bowing are wire tie to screws, wire tie to tap cones, come out and go around. So twist them tight. Solid as Sears. I gotta come up with a new saying. They're saying, who's Sears? Okay, we'll get this bottom one put together. While it's quiet here, they're switching trucks out front, getting more stone. This has 2% fall. We checked this a dozen times. It looks like it's fallen 8 inches of fall. I think that fence over there is throwing me off. There's so much pitch on that it just looks really steep. But this is our usual 2%. 2% out. This is a little bump out for a seating fire pit area right in this area. And then straight, and we're going to curve that corner. I'll show you how we do that. Dylan's putting our step liner in place. Tommy and Matt got the steps all done. So these have a tiny bit of climb up to the house. Snow, rain sits on there. We want that to drain away. We don't want it puddling next to the house. So I cut some corner blocks. These are square. So that holds us square. And they're all screwed together. Next, we have a 1% slope on each step. So we cut a shim and hold this up. If this would be down tight, now we're gaining fall and they're not uniform. Now we have pitch here and the same pitch here. I didn't get a total length on this. Total on the bottom step is 10 feet. So a real nice wide inviting set of steps coming up in down to our 6-foot step. We were looking at ways to shrink this down. We had talked about just putting steps on the operable side of the door, but then if they ever change this to a French door, now what are you going to do? You're going to have to add that on and it'll look terrible. So right there it looks good. Nice place to sit. Potted plant. It's endless. Okay, we're going to curve this corner. So this is our skinny plastic. We'll tuck it in there. I have 2 clamps right there. So that gets clamped and clamped. Good. There we go. Instant curved corner. Okay, more stone. Now I'm heading to a project that you guys are gonna love. I've been worried, thinking about this all summer long. Wait till you see the set of steps we have next. We'll pour this tomorrow morning. See you then. Okay, just got to the job. It was 301.7. Oh boy, what do you see? We're coming right through here. And we want to put steps where? Right down this hillside. All the way down there. So I'll get in there and show you. Taking this fence down, we're going to enter right through here. Wait till the guys get here and see this. Staples out. Now this will collapse. Pull it up out of the grass a little bit. Just pull all this right back. Okay. So here is where we're going. Centered on the door, 7 1/4 down. Little landing, step, 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 steps, and more steps. Coming down just past the deck. I'll key this out. We're gonna put a little turn in them and head right to the gazebo. Right through here. So we gotta get from A to B. Let's get digging. Have it. Just drove the machine down this hill, quite steep, over and pulled it up. That's what I want to be positioned on the hillside. Notice the blades behind me, helping to level the machine out and hold the machine in place. I'll get the camera set up. We'll start carving a path. 4 foot wide, down. I'm going to put a bulkhead in, probably right where the blade is. A 1 foot deep, maybe 2 or 3 foot deep bulkhead to tie into the hillside, and as well one at the bottom. I'll see if I can't get the camera set up right in this area right here. Okay, I'll just leave it record a little bit. Like I said, I want to center these steps on the door, 4 foot wide, so I'm going to cut a slot maybe 5 or 6 foot wide in here, and just pull this debris back. Hopefully we hit solid real quick. Okay, as you saw me walking to the machine, notice how I was struggling to stay upright on that hillside. This is very steep, just in case you don't pick it up in the camera. The blade is all the way down, stabilizing the machine, leveling out as best that it can. It only goes up so high. Notice how I'm keeping the boom and the stick almost all the way stretched out. Buckets of dirt way down the bucket side of the machine. I feel pretty safe, pretty comfortable in it, but I was a little nervous and on guard. So as I continue digging, just aware of my surroundings, you see that I get off and check it, making sure. Now every once in a while I have to raise the blade, but I'm keeping my boom and bucket stretched out in front of me as I back up the hill. Now you're going to see here in a minute here what I did wrong, and this will never happen again. And if you do it, I guarantee it only happens one time. As I am approaching the bottom of the hill, I just felt comfortable and I dropped my guard. The buckets rolled all the way in and I raised my blade, and there it goes over. Now fortunately there was nobody around me and I did not get hurt. So now oil is spilling into the combustion chamber and the machine won't shut off. I was turning the key to the off position, but it continued to run. So here you'll see me in a second. I crawl out of the machine and I start to rock it and push it over on its side. It's a 3017. It wasn't real heavy, especially when it's balanced on its roof. So once I got it on its side, it allowed me to shut it off. The smoke will clear here in a second. What a day. So, like I said, it was a slow rollover. I just braced myself on the grab bars, and right away there I look up at the camera and I said, yes, I got it. Okay, so here we are. One more look at it in slow motion. As I bring the bucket back into me, I reach down and raise the blade up, thinking I was more level than I was. So as I raise the blade up, now I feel the machine rolling. You'll be able to hear it beep, so the tracks are turning as I'm going backwards, just not fast enough. So there it is, on its roof. Well, I need a minute to gather my thoughts on that one. I'm okay. Now, obviously, that was my fault. I was getting too confident, too relaxed. This is too steep. I should have kept the bucket lower. I should have creeped back, but like I said, I had the blade down and now it's up. Maybe I can watch the video closer and see what happened. This is what the underside of a 3017 looks like, if anybody was curious. So, I'm about halfway dug out. I think when the guys get here, we can do some strapping on the front corner to a power buggy. A couple guys, buggy or two pulling. We can get this upright. I'll check the oil, check it out. These machines are pretty tough. So it was a pretty soft landing. Hopefully there's nothing messed up. I'll get some oil in it. Hey Tom.
Hey, loading up lumber now. Be there shortly.
Okay, come straight here and then go get, are you at Home Depot getting lumber?
No, I'm at Patio.
Okay.
Here, we're throwing it on the truck.
Okay. I could just use some help, so okay. See ya.
Yeah, we'll be there shortly.
Alright, later.
Alright, see ya.
I'll send him a picture. I'm thinking what happened. I did pick the blade up so that I could back the machine down, but obviously I should have had the bucket lower to because it uses a counterweight. So that's what I did wrong. So, okay, you guys will be here any minute. So they just asked me if I got it on video. I said, yeah, we'll have to edit me out screaming. really looking forward to talking about these steps in this video, but I have a feeling everybody's going to want to talk about that. But real quick, down 7 1/4, came out to our intersect point. That gave us a landing at the top. Super easy layout. Quarter bubble fall, 2% to our intersect, 7 1/4, and repeat. Each one of these is 14.5 inches. As I doing layout, I double check these. 14.5 all the way down to my landing. 7 1/4. I don't know what the tread is. That's not what I was measuring. So we're 12.5 inches. But when I was measuring peak to peak, 14.5. That way when you get a stride going up, they're all identical all the way up. So I always like talking about that. I think that's very helpful to step layout. If you had to hit a specific target here, then you can plus or minus your fall and gain or subtract a step. That's why these are so easy to lay out. I can bring it all the way down, just float it in air, and make this landing wherever I want. Okay, I'm going to dig a ditch right here for a footer pad for this, then our landing, and a slight turn. Oil is due any minute. We'll see if that one starts up. Hey, and I just ordered a new machine. It's supposed to be in next week. Boy, am I glad it wasn't here and banged up already. How mad would I be if that was one of you guys in there, huh? Machine's been sitting here for about 25 minutes. You see I'm light on oil right here. Should be up closer to this mark. So I'll get 2 quarts in it, and we'll start it up. Still got plenty of antifreeze. That's good. Fuel's good. Nothing broke. Good. Give it a start. You're going to see a lot of smoke. Hopefully that burns off, blows off. Hopefully it starts. It's a cat. We'll just let that idle a second. Oh, I lost my pin. Okay, I'll look for that. Might be under the machine. That one's good. There's a cap to something. Okay, I'll find it. Okay, traction mat on the patio. Here comes the stone. Okay, brush this down. Going good. Okay, putting this on grade. Notice we're about 1 inch below our form. That puts us a good 4 inches below our step rises. underway stoning. Look at those traction, those buggies with the tracks on them. I think that's going to be good. We made a bulkhead right there, holding the stone back. Concrete will come over. Yeah, load them up. I got Steven bringing one more for right here. I got Steven bringing one more. Maybe we should get another one for outside. Okay. Yeah, 2 more buggies. Outside and inside. Outside, inside. Good to go. Right up in here. Good. In or out? Out. Good. Okay, so there it is, the struggle of getting it dug out, formed, and gravelled, limestoned in. So my videos are how to, and in this case, how not to. I don't want this to happen to anybody else. Watch the video, learn from it, and avoid flipping a machine over. All right, see you tomorrow for the pour. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.